4, right?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Prairie Grove High School Stadium. Tonight's homecoming.
The Tigers will take on P Ridge here very shortly, but in the interim, we're going to give you coverage of the homecoming festivities. That'll get underway here in just a minute.
Freshman maid, Sarah Cunningham. Sarah is the daughter of Dwayne and Marty Cunningham. She is escorted tonight by Zach Downing, son of Ernest and April Downing, and Dakota Hutchinson, son of John and Heather Hutchinson. Freshman maid, Coral Prince. She's the daughter of Doug and Melanie Prince. Coral is escorted by Elliot Chamberlain, son of Larry and Amanda Burton, and Sam Dodd, son of Sam Dodd and Dawn Dodd. Sophomore maid, Bobby Jo Alls. Bobby Jo is escorted tonight by her brother Keaton Alls. They're the children of Carl and Jamie Alls, and Warren Hacker, son of Stephen and Audrey Hacker. Sophomore maid, Lizette Martinez. She is the daughter of DeCasio and Maria Martinez. Lizette is escorted by Michael Johnson, son of James and Dora Johnson, and Jacob Southerland, son of Scott and Melinda Southerland. Junior maid, Kennedy Clark. Kennedy is the daughter of John and Sandy Wyatt. She is escorted tonight by Brett Falk, son of David Falk and Lana Carr, and Patrick Purdue, son of Jeff and Yvonne Purdue. Junior maid, Madison Spence. She is the daughter of Mark and Lisa Spence. Madison is escorted today by Drake Hacker, son of David and Lisa Hacker, and Jameson Huckabee, son of Jerry and Tanya Huckabee. moved to Spartan. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand in honor of our 2014 homecoming queen, Miss Landry Laird. Landry is the daughter of
Okay, we're back with you as we get ready for tonight's game. About 14 minutes to kick off. And, Zach, as we get ready for tonight's game, what are some of the keys to, first of all, Prairie Grove rebounding?
Well, first of all, congratulations. Your daughter was in the
thank you.
homecoming court. I know you're a proud dad.
Sure.
And I'm sure that you vetted both of the young men who escorted her down, made sure that they were, all their records were clean, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
I could see you
background check.
Absolutely.
They're done.
Tonight is certainly a rebound night for Prairie Grove. This is not a position the Tigers have been in very often. The Tigers did not play particularly well, especially in the second half last week. A lot of it was just maybe that we'll talk about it here in just a little bit. But the Tigers have not finished well this year, and maybe when the score got within 6 or 7, the Tigers got the bug eyes a little bit, and that's something that comes with experience and playing in big games. And to me, that's the biggest thing is they've got to learn how to finish.
Yeah, and Zach, as you said that, it made me ponder, and I don't know if I'm correct on the statement, but I think if we think about this for a second, the last time we played after a regular season loss, a regular season game, would have been Ozark 2011, I think.
Well, Farmington this year.
Conference game.
Oh, conference
game.
Yes, you're correct. It's been a while, and we'll see how they respond. They're in a position, honestly, that they haven't been in a long time, where they're the underdog in a conference game. P Ridge comes in tonight 6-0. You weren't here last year for the game that P Ridge came in here with a great game plan.
I was here for that game.
No, you weren't. You were in Alabama. I did that one with Dr. Williams. That was the Connor West return of the fumble.
Was I gone for that?
You were gone for that game. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Okay.
They had a great game plan. They ran the ball incredibly well last year. They picked up all of the blitz packages that the Tigers threw at them. So they're a year older. They're a little bit more experienced. So we'll talk about their quarterback, Seth Brumley. He's having a great year. And, it seems like they manufacture in P Ridge 5'9" tailbacks who run for 1,500 yards. This year it's Shane Ivey. He had 100 yards last year against the Tigers. Ran for 203 yards last week on 28 carries against Gravett. He's a pretty talented guy. I mean, he's not Cedric Duarte talented, but he finds holes and he can run. And maybe the difference in this year's team is last year when they were throwing the ball with Seth Brumley, they were just throwing jump passes. They had a 6'4" wide receiver, and they were just lobbing the ball up and letting them go catch it. This year, they've got some of those Frisbee dogs. I mean, you just throw it, and they'll go get it. And Prairie Grove's going to have to play better in the back seven. They're going to have to play more disciplined because they are going to run a lot of combination routes. And I swear, I know P Ridge saw the trail routes. I guarantee you will see one very early. And Prairie Grove has to do a better job adjusting to it.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and after this break, we'll come back and have a look around the league.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, go Tigers! If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find two of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it a customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale. You just bought that first home or maybe the first new car and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
Okay, as we look around the league tonight, Zach, of course, we have Prairie Grove and Pea Ridge, probably the premier game in the conference as Prairie Grove comes in with a 2-1 conference record. Pea Ridge at 3-0. Their victories over Gentry, Lincoln, and their most impressive win of the season at Gravette, 21-19.
And a game shrouded in a little controversy, but win's a win is a win.
A win is a win, and you can call controversy almost every week because there's no perfectly officiated game. Other contests in the conference tonight, Berryville will be hosting Gravette. I look for Gravette to probably win that.
I would think so.
Shiloh, after their big victory over us, Prairie Grove, last week, they will be facing Gentry at home. And I would, again, see Shiloh extend into a 4-0 in the conference.
Might be the only time in the history of my life I'll root for Shiloh.
And then we have Huntsville and Lincoln. Another good matchup. Huntsville comes in 0-3, Lincoln 1-2. Lincoln beat Berryville 16-14 last week. And
well, like you said, pillow fights everywhere.
Yeah.
Outside of this game, it's pillow fights everywhere.
Yeah. And so you got we have Merlin and Patsy Elder watching tonight. Coach Elder's sister Kathy is actually in Prairie Grove tonight watching this homecoming game. And glad to have you with us. And I know there are others out there for sure. We definitely get feedback from time to time throughout the week, and we're glad to have you watching. Zach, as I look at tonight's game, one of the things I think we'll see Prairie Grove do tonight is I think you will see adjustments made. I mean, you can't go back and look at the film last week and not think, okay, there needs to be some things to change. But at the same time, different team, different style.
Yeah, and Pea Ridge is probably a little bit more diverse in their attack. They can line up in an eye and run right at you. They can spread it out and throw the ball. We've talked about Seth Brumley. He's having a great year. And I was down on the field before the game, got the chance to just see him throw the ball, and he has certainly gotten bigger than he was last year. And he's going to be a tough matchup for Prairie Grove. Last year they didn't get a lot of pressure on him. And he was pretty much able to do whatever he wanted until the fourth quarter. And then Prairie Grove kind of put the clamps on him. But I expect Pea Ridge to come out. I expect them to throw the ball early and see what they can do. Their kind of modus operandi to this point has been hand the ball to Shane Ivey until he gets tired, then you throw it. Last week they threw the ball 17 times against Gravette. It's not like they're going to come out and whip it all around the field. But I do expect to see them throw the ball and test that Prairie Grove secondary.
Well, I would expect that. You definitely would expect to see that. I think offensively tonight, Prairie Grove will do what they do. I'd like to see us again. We have a weapon that just is really not stoppable. I think in Dylan Sainer, we used him at times last week, but I think it could have been a tad late in the game.
He had 0 catches last week, and that's the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
So I think Prairie Grove's got to make an effort to get him the football. If you go back and you look at the games, 1 through 5, and 5 games in, you can sort of get some trends here. If Prairie Grove hangs on to the football, they're 5-0. I mean, that's just bottom line. If they can hang on to the football, not turn it over, they're 5-0. And maybe lost in the shuffle of the frustration last week was, we're going in to put the game up two scores, going into the fourth quarter, and you got to feel pretty good about yourself. But just down and second down constantly. Then they just struggled to get off the field on third downs. I don't think they're going to have that problem tonight. I think they'll improve those numbers. Prairie Grove giving up 40% on third downs this year. That's up from 29% last year. Shot up to 11% just in 1 week. Prairie Grove still and maybe this is the number that I kind of concentrate on. At this point last year, Prairie Grove was plus 10 in turnover margin. They were taking the ball away and giving their offense short fields, getting quick scores, and getting up fast. This year, they're minus 1. And that's a big number because Prairie Grove thrives off turnovers.
Yeah, and it's a big number because you're right, Zach. And the times that we fumbled have been in the games.
Yep.
Farmington and Shiloh both. Now, let me also the stat that you shared with me this week was very telling.
Which one?
The third down.
Oh, the third downs. Now, are we talking about the 3 and outs?
Yes,
okay,
3 and outs.
3 and outs. This is a number that I went back and I looked through the 3 and outs that went through 2011, 12, 13, and 14. I'll probably get the numbers wrong because I don't have it written down in front of me. But it was about 38% for the 2011 team. And all opponent drives were 3 and out. In 2012, and this was an amazing number, it was 61%. If you take out the Farmington game, it jumps to 74% through 5 games. Last year, they were clipping along at about 43%. This year, 11%. That tells you the teams are converting on third downs. They're keeping drives going, and that's something that Prairie Grove just has to fix.
Okay, let's take one more commercial break. We'll be back just about in time for kickoff.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
The schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by the school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the Arkansas Activities Association. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football playoff game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation.
The Arkansas Activities Association believes that athletes are taught many things through sports. In addition to these skills, they learn self-control, ideals of fair play and honesty, respect for authority and for opposing players. To learn these values results in maximum benefits from his or her athletic experiences.
The Arkansas Activities Association supports good sportsmanship.
One in the conference, and I actually one more number I want to throw at you because the PG Stats and Research was busy this week. If you take out the 2 quarters, the second half of the 2012 game, these teams have played 10 quarters separated by 20 points.
Wow.
Pea Ridge, for whatever reason, gives the Tigers all kinds of problems.
Well, last year, Zach, I guess I watched that game because I'm sitting here thinking, I remember seeing the game. I was watching it, though. That's right.
Your wife was texting you as you were driving down to Alabama.
Yeah, and I remember seeing the game. So I was like, gosh, I know I've seen that game. But now
it was a great game. A little closer than I think we wanted it.
I think Pea Ridge will come into this game tonight remembering last year because they felt like, and that
they've made it clear that they felt like they got jobbed last year. But You know, I mean, if you go back and you watch the game in its entirety and you don't just watch one snapshot of the game, Prairie Grove dominated the fourth quarter. They were going up and down the field, and Prairie Grove kept shooting themselves in the foot for most of the game. They kept turning the ball over inside the 20-yard line. And, boy, this is going to be if there's a team that matches up very well against the Tigers, this is it. Big offensive line, like to run the ball. Again, I really expect Pea Ridge to try and throw the ball a little bit more than they're used to, just because of some of the issues that Prairie Grove's had.
Well, I want to recognize our broadcast crew tonight. On camera, we got Miles Lowe and Ethan Sam, and helping with producing tonight, Christian Dowdy and Stephen Vickery, and that is our webcast crew tonight from
We don't
the
have
East Lab.
nicknames for them yet.
No, they're coming.
Give us time.
Nickname-
We will come up with something. I want to thank Pea Ridge for wearing
Somebody's
black
going to
numerals.
be somebody's going to be Spanky. Here comes the kick, and there's a kick by Falk. Falk's going to kick it down, and that's going to be Shane Ivey who takes it. He's past the 20, and oh wow, nice run return, nice tackle by Leighton Smith. Stuck his head in there, and was able to make the tackle.
Hey, just to note, that's our deepest kickoff of the year. I feel like the guy that was helping Bob Euchre in Major League.
Well, it was definitely a nice tackle, but you could see Ivy when he ran. Leighton went back when he made the tackle.
Yeah. He's a powerful young man. He's about 5'8". He's, they list him. What do they list? I think I saw him listed somewhere at about 180 pounds. I don't know about that, but.
Here comes Falk, and they hit him early. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, does Ivy. You had Falk, and there is Zach Laird, or Zeke Laird. I said Zach. Zeke Laird in on the tackle as well.
Where Prairie Grove's got to be careful tonight is obviously they're going to sell out to stop the run, and they've got two very good young inside linebackers who are really good run stoppers in Reed Orr and Dakota Hutchinson. They will stop the run, but this is where I think Prairie Grove's going to have to make some issues here for Mr. Brumley. We're going to get a neutral zone infraction, I believe.
The question was, did 53 move? 53. No, they're turning towards Prairie Grove, and it's going to be – they only picked up 2 yards on first down. They're going to step off 5, so that's going to make it second down and now 3. The ball was right on the 34 on the kickoff, and the ball is right on the 41 now. Second down and 3. So the Blackhawks get a break, and it's second down 3. We're just underway, 11-17 to go here in the first quarter.
Prairie Grove's got to be careful. Brumley is a veteran quarterback. He moved here from Oklahoma last year. Was very effective last year against Prairie Grove, and now, a year older, year wiser, he is. He's a force.
Nice job, Hutchinson and Dodd, and Laird again. Nice seeing the sophomore Zeke Laird in there.
Yeah, he's a change. He's in, I believe, for Cole McClellan this week. If I'm doing my math right, yeah, he's in for Cole this week.
And Cole got a little banged up last week, did he not?
I believe you are correct. I'm looking for him down here on the sidelines. I don't see him.
Third down, a long 2 for the Blackhawks. And now Brumley looks up. Here is, again, Ivy. Ivy's got the first and more. Ivy. Wow, Disney and Smith bring him down.
And that is the danger if you're going to bring that many people. If he pops through, there's nobody in the secondary.
First down for Pea Ridge at the Prairie Grove 46-yard line.
Last year, first play of the game, Ivy went 65 yards for a touchdown and kind of set the tone for the night. So I guess they're off to a better start this year. But you got to be careful here is Brumley will just throw jump balls to these receivers and let them go get it.
Well, play action, the way they're running the ball, play action is going to open up well for Pea Ridge. There is a keeper.
Nobody knew where
Dodd.
it was.
Dodd was turned in, and another good run for Pea Ridge, and another tackle made by Leighton Smith. That
first adjustment from Tony Travis is, okay, if you're going to blitz up the middle, we're going outside. And Prairie Grove had no idea where the ball was.
Well, Sam Dodd was turned in that time. Literally he had his shoulders parallel or perpendicular to the line. And when you do that, and Seth Brumley got outside of him. He had a lot of room. First down and 10, ball at the Prairie Grove 25-yard line. Now from the shotgun is Brumley. Two split to the left, two to the right. Ivy single back. Throw complete right up the seam, and it's going to be inside Prairie Grove 15 down to the 12. So P. Ridge, after a kind of a slow start on offense of the first series or the first set of downs, has now come back with back-to-back first downs.
And I'm surprised that more teams don't do that against Prairie Grove. When you go 4 wide, Prairie Grove doesn't man up on the slot receivers. They split the difference, and those seam routes are open.
Well, here comes Brumley. He's going to hand to Ivy. Ivy up the middle. He's going to get the old 3 or 4 yards. Well, yeah, about 3 yards on the play.
You know, it's not a spectacular running game. It's not a big play running game. They're not going to, get guys on the corner. It's just hammer, 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 and then they're going to throw it on you.
Second down and 7. Ball just barely inside the Prairie Grove 10. 8:40 to go here in the first quarter. First drive of the game, first series of the game. The fullback is Britton Caudell. And the pitch goes to Ivy. And Ivy is going to touch down. He's going to get I think he's going to have the first. Elliott Chamberlain and Leighton Smith, and now they give him the first down. So it'll be first and goal for P. Ridge at the 2-yard line. Prairie Grove stood up tall last week, their first series on defense inside red zone territory. Can they do it tonight? It's a sneak by Brumley. He's in. Touchdown, P. Ridge. Well, I will tell you, Zach, the thing that impressed me about the drive, the play selection at the first series, hey, we went, ran. They ran the ball 3 or 4 times, and then they opened it up a little bit with a pass.
Well, it's not complicated.
Yeah.
It's they're taking what you're going to give them and using your strengths or your over aggressiveness against you. The run by Brumley was simply it's a dive option. Everybody gets sucked in. He comes around the corner for 15 yards, and Prairie Grove's going to have to make an adjustment there.
Well, what was really interesting on that, right after that, they followed up with a little seam route. Ooh, did someone got a hand on that, or it's still good? And with 7:59 to go here in the first quarter, P. Ridge strikes first. 7-0 Blackhawks.
Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club represents our kids' sporting events grades K through 12. Like us on Facebook and follow us at Prairie Grove Tigers. If you'd be interested in helping out the sports teams with a monetary donation, please visit their website at pgboosterclub.com.
Okay, we're back. 7:59 to go here in the first quarter. P. Ridge takes their first drive. They take it 69 yards.
69 yards or 61 yards in 8 plays.
They started at their 31.
Maybe I'm doing that backwards. We'll run with it.
Here comes the kick from number 64. That is Hunter Kerrigan. It's Chamberlain. Can Chamberlain get it? Chamberlain's got some room. Chamberlain at the 40. Chamberlain at the 45 up to the 47-yard line.
Got a flag down.
There's a flag back at the 20-yard line. It's coming back. It's going to be holding, and that's going to put Prairie Grove, if it's from the spot of the foul and it's where that flag is, they're going to be at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, it's I didn't catch a number there, but it was just as he made the break back across the field.
Block in the back is what they call. And that mark's going to go from the spot of the foul. And if that's at the 21, they're going to be at the 11 to start this series. Prairie Grove's going to have to march nearly 90 yards. Zach, we talk about we talk about momentum, body language. That run, you saw a little excitement over here in Prairie Grove because when P. Ridge took it right down the field, you saw a little bit of like, wow, from Prairie Grove. That run kind of rejuvenated, and then it goes away in a flash.
It's just little things. Little things have been tripping them up, through the first 5 games. And, against a team like Pea Ridge who's, marched right down the field on the first drive, I mean, you can't make these kinds of mistakes.
Now, Morrell is going to be tackled back at the 5-yard, maybe 6-yard line.
Yep, that's an aggressive call on first down. I mean, certainly.
Definitely was, and
that's not something Prairie Grove generally opens up with.
2nd down, and it's going to be 2nd and 15. 7:20 to go here in the first quarter, and the Tigers are definitely behind the 8 ball right here. 2nd down, 14, ball at their own 6. Morrell comes under center, full house backfield. Handoff's going to go to Bobby Cat. No, that's Blake Falk. That's Blake Falk on the carry.
And he's lucky he didn't get the penalty for leaping. Remember, they got Western for that a couple of years ago.
Well, gets up, nice run, gets it up within makeable distance now. Gets it up to the 17. It's going to bring up 3rd down, a long 4, Zach.
Yeah, a good run, and Prairie Grove's going to be able to run the ball. They've got to get, they've got some offensive line issues that have got to get settled.
Do you see who's playing here on the end? It's the quarterback.
It is. He's 6'3", he's 225 pounds. I mean, I'd have him somewhere on the defense.
And now they're
Reed,
or
he is going to be close.
He's got it. No, they're going to spot him up here. It looks like he's got it.
Yeah, they're going to give him the 22, so that'll be a first down. That's a change. Reed getting the start tonight.
Reed and Blake Falk in place of the normal Bobby Cat and Eli Lopez.
Kind of a youth movement going on there in the secondary, or in the backfield, excuse me.
First down and 10 for Prairie Grove, ball at their own 22.
It's important to respond to that 7 points. You've got to get, you're only out to the 22-yard line, but you've got to get some momentum here and get some points on the board, because you certainly don't want to go down to this team.
Now, quick pass. And
wow.
There is Blake Falk, a nice catch. Number 32 for Pea Ridge. That is Garrett Easterling. Garrett Easterling never looked back.
Turned around.
He never turned around.
The ball hits him in the face mask.
Yeah. Oh, nice catch by Blake Falk.
Great way to go, high point the ball, go get it. And, we're seeing some different guys here. Leighton Smith's coming in at the flanker spot. We're seeing some different people playing. I'm watching down here. Bobby is he's in the 2nd row. I bet you that ankle injury is still bothering him a little bit.
It's a fumble on the play, and
looks like Ryan got it.
Ryan Morrell gets it back and gets a couple of yards on it. And he's going to pick up 2 yards with that play, Zach. Fortunate.
Yeah. Again, ball on the ground. That's just not not what you need. Prairie Grove's got to. Ball security has got to be item number 1 on their list.
There is Falk again. Falk just powering his way. Falk into Pea Ridge territory to the 49. And Falk is running the ball really hard. Falk is a junior, and we have a sophomore fullback tonight. Coming off the field right now is Elliott Chamberlain. 3rd and 1 for Prairie Grove at the 49. 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers on the march. That should be a neutral zone violation right there. Reed Orr's not going to make it. He's going to be short, and if they're calling for a fumble here, but they're going to call him down.
Yeah, he probably got a half yard out of that.
They marked him right back. They didn't give him anything.
Yeah. It's 4th and 1. I mean, you got to go. I don't think you're feeling overly confident in your defense at the moment.
Number 42, Cole Walker, coming into the game. Cole used to be one of our East Lab students that used to help us out on the webcast.
He upgraded. No, well, I'll tell you what, that spot.
That spot is a lot closer.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting right in front of it, and that spot is. I mean, he's short, but I'll bet you it's not by much more than a couple of links on the chain.
They're going to measure here with 4:01 to go here in the first quarter. Prairie Grove's drive started at their own 11 after Elliott Chamberlain returned it to the 47, but because of a block in the back, it went back to the 11-yard line. And let's see how short he is, or if he is short at all. And he's going to be short,
Not
and it's
by
going to
much.
be
Half a football.
It is the length. It is half of a football. You're exactly right, Zach.
Thanks, Rick.
And I think Prairie Grove's probably going to go for it here.
I think you have to. I don't think you have a choice. I don't think you're feeling, incredibly confident with the way your defense is playing. So yeah, I think you've got to find a way to get that, half a football.
I think here there's several options for Prairie Grove here. Me personally, I always like when it's this short. I like a quarterback sneak because you're moving forward, and if you don't make it, you don't deserve to make it. That's the way I feel. When if you can't make a half of a football with a quarterback sneak, you don't deserve to make it. And I don't mean that in any kind of way. It's just because when you turn around and hand the ball off, you just hand the ball 2 yards back. Here is Morrell under center. They're
going to get him promotion.
Yep. They're going to get him promotion. That's exactly right.
Rick?
He didn't snap it. And
now I don't think you have a choice. I think you have to punt it.
Yeah, and that was Morrell. Morrell getting a little anxious, I think. Either he was anxious or the center didn't snap it on time. Not sure which one, but now here comes the punting unit on, and Prairie Grove's going to punt. Boy, that was a tough penalty.
You go back to even the Farmington game where you had the penalty on the critical 3rd and 10 where they were already up 7-0. It's like history repeating itself.
Cody Hoskins to punt.
We need to have him back. He didn't play last week.
Need a good snap, and boy, he's lucky got it away because there was roll is going to go.
Hey, guess where they're starting again?
Right about the 30-yard line. Down at the 31 is where they're going to spot it, Zach. Right on the 31.
I did come up with a 66-yard drive. I'll just have to go back and take a look at it. Well, critical drive here. In second drive of the game, you're down 7-0. You gotta tighten up here. It 8 plays, 66 yards on their first drive.
P. Ridge back in the Prairie Grove needs a stop or a punt. You realize that a minimum of 2. And there is a keeper by Brumley. He's around the left side. Brumley in the 50, 45, and knocked down by Leighton Smith. Leighton Smith's made a lot of tackles, and it's great that Leighton's making tackles, but it's not good because that means they're in the secondary.
Well, they're losing contain on the outside. They're converging on that dive. Everybody's selling out to stop the dive. Brumley's just pulling the ball out and running free.
And he's running that's essentially the option, and he's making the option to pull it.
He's got 3 carries for 48 yards.
A little over 15 or 16 yards a carry right there. First down at the 44, Prairie Grove. And here is Ivy, and now Ivy's just bulling his way forward. He's going to be close to another first down. This is a P. Ridge team that really feels like with a victory tonight, they're sitting really with a showdown with Shiloh in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting game. That'd be their 3rd game in this round-robin tournament between the top 4 teams. And
Prairie Grove, to maintain any kind of chance of having a shot at a share of the conference title, will have to win tonight. It's second down, and, boy, they didn't get as good of a spot as I thought he did. Second down and 4. And now here's Ivy. He gets hit in the backfield, but he bounces out, and he's a strong runner, and he's going to be very close to another P. Ridge first down. What's funny, Zach? The very first series of plays, the first set of downs. Prairie Grove really kind of contained him. They made the one break, and since then he's been very impressed with the way he's run the football. They're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's not a lot that's real complicated in their scheme. They're a power running scheme, and then every now and then they'll pull it, they'll run the option a little bit. It's not anything that Prairie Grove hasn't seen. You have to be disciplined, and you have to win a lot of individual battles up front, and right now Prairie Grove just isn't doing that.
First down and 10. They've got the ball at the Prairie Grove 34-yard line. Here is a give, this time up the middle. Be number 22. That is Britton Cadell. He gets about 3 yards, can bring up second down and 7. 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. P. Ridge on the drive again. You realize that we've not had a team punt in at least
it's been a while.
It's been 5. All 4 quarters last week didn't happen, and now we're almost to another quarter. P. Ridge isn't going to punt here at the 31-yard line, 32-yard line. So Prairie Grove's got to get something put together on the defensive side of the ball. Second down, 7. Man in motion. He lines up on the other side in the slot. Now he comes back, and the screen is set up and played
Sam
pretty
Dodd
well.
There, he's still going to get a couple.
He's going to get a couple. Sam Dodd there waiting on him. It was complete to number 32. That's Garrett Easterling.
I think there's been an Easterling at P. Ridge for 35 years. I mean, there are a ton of Easterlings up there.
Well, Zach, what was interesting, Prairie Grove had good pressure that time.
And
almost, and it was a setup screen, so it was a good call by P. Ridge, an excellent call. But Prairie Grove had enough pressure that almost broke it up. But a good play that time by the quarterback, Brumley. And now it's third down and 4. And there is they get him quick. Dakota Hutchinson, Eli Lopez, and let's see, also number 16, Orrin Hacker. He's going to lose a couple on that, so it's going to bring up fourth down, or at least no gain. So it's fourth down, ball to about the 29.
And one of the areas that P. Ridge has a significant advantage here is they've got a kicker. Trundle can kick. They're going to let this thing go to the quarter, and I think Tony Travis is going to go, but it's something he needs to think about. I mean, he probably has a kicker who can make it from here.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, P. Ridge leads the Tigers 7-0.
Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church.
Okay, we are back, and it's fourth down, 4 to go. From the shotgun is Brumley. He's got Ivy single back, 2 split to the right, 2 to the left.
Yeah, they made an attempt there to draw him off sides, and now they're going to go with the play. I imagine this is probably going to be a pass.
Quick seam pass complete. Doesn't bring him down, and now nice run that time. Again by Britton Cadell, and he's close to the 20-yard line.
Yep,
so
again,
that's a flag down. It may be a face mask right there, Zach.
Again, it's just they're just.
Oh,
Prairie
wait.
Grove, what did we get? Prairie Grove doesn't. They don't. They split the difference.
It is a face mask.
It is. They split the difference between the end man on line of scrimmage and whoever's in the slot. They're not lining up on him. It's a zone defense, and they're just running seam routes.
It's a 5-yarder. It was deemed unintentional or incidental face mask, I should say. And so ball's at the Prairie Grove 15. Prairie Grove's going to need a stop here. They're going to go down 2 touchdowns. P. Ridge definitely on their game offensively tonight.
And eventually they're going to run, they're going to run the power O and fake it and run the play action pass.
And now there's Brumley inside the 10. He runs the ball hard, Zach. He's down to the 4-yard line. And P. Ridge knocking on the door again. P. Ridge comes in tonight, Zach, the way they're playing, and they're playing like they had a score to settle.
Yeah,
is kind of the way they've taken to it tonight.
Yeah, and they are certainly, they're firing on all cylinders here. They've run 16 plays here in the first half, 121 yards. And, they're pretty much doing whatever they want.
Again from the eye. They're going to, it looks like a little bit of a busted play. Brumley's still going to turn.
Still going to wind up getting.
He may get into the end zone.
He very well may.
The ball's on the ground. They're going to give him a touchdown. Brumley gets a touchdown.
Wow.
P. Ridge touchdown, and so it's 13-0 with 10:57 to go here in the first half, and Prairie Grove's going to have to answer to get back in this thing. In to kick the extra point is number 20, Jake Edwards. Edwards with the extra point. Extra point on the way, and it is good. With 10:57 to go here in the first half, P. Ridge, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. They lead the Tigers 14-0.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
Okay, we're back. It's 10:57 to go, and P. Ridge is really off to a good start. And Prairie Grove, not a bad start. They were actually driving. They had the 2 penalties really hurt them. One was on the kickoff return, and then on 4th and inches, a illegal procedure call backed them up, and they were forced to punt. Here is a kick, and that's going to go out of bounds. So Prairie Grove will get the ball to 35.
That's a break that we need.
So Prairie Grove will start their own 35-yard line. Cole Walker coming in. It looks like going to play fullback. Blake Falk in. First down, Prairie Grove starts the ball at their own 35. Zach, we need a touchdown this time.
Yeah, you've got to come up with a score here, and we're seeing some new faces here in the backfield. We're seeing some new faces at the wide receiver spots, and
it is going to be Blake Falk. Blake, look at Blake Falk. Falk, kind of high. You see that kind of Billy Sims high step there?
You know what? I was searching for who I was trying to. Yeah, Billy Sims.
I like it. Nice run by Falk up to the 49-yard line. Blake is running the ball. When he's running the ball extremely hard. He's got a little.
He's running a little bit with a little bit more purpose than he maybe has been the last couple of weeks.
Well, last week he did well the first couple times, then didn't get the ball for a while.
He carried the ball 5 times in the first half for 106 yards. Only carried it once in the second half.
Wow, boy, they read that pretty well.
We just have not run that play as effectively
this year. That's been a tough play this year.
I think he's going to get a yard out of it.
Yeah, it was nicely read that time. I'm trying to get the number 63 for P. Ridge. That is Jonathan Small. He was not small on that play. He blew it up really quick.
He was in the backfield. I don't even think he saw Sam coming. He was just kind of standing in the backfield, and Sam kind of ran into him.
Second down and 9. Prairie Grove does get a yard. They're right at the midfield stripe.
All right.
From the shotgun, trips to the left. Got Zeke Laird here to the right. And you're right about a youth movement tonight. There is going to be holding. Looks like they're going to get Prairie Grove for holding. They're going back.
Was it down? He wasn't downfield, was he? All right. Student section a little, they didn't like the call.
They
Interesting.
declined the penalty, and I think they declined it because Prairie Grove didn't get but another couple yards, going to bring down 3rd and 7. Was it a holding penalty?
It was a holding
I'm actually
penalty.
a little surprised. That would have backed him up quite a bit, but you know, I think it may be a time for Sainer maybe to see a little pass here, and this time he's got some time here. Morrell's going to run. Oh, he's popped. Morrell got popped again, number 63. That's Jonathan Small.
You know, he pulled it down a little
early. Yep.
He didn't have to run. You know, I know your first instinct is when your first read isn't there to pull the ball down and run, but you didn't have to take off there. You had time. The line had protected you pretty well. But, I mean, you're 4th and 7? 4th and 6?
It's a good 4th and 6.
And you're going to go.
Well, Prairie Grove right here, they're going to line up N and I. Here is Blake Falk, and Blake is hit, going nowhere, and fumbled at the same time. They're going to get him for forward progress to the 47. P. Ridge is happy about how this game is going so far for them tonight. Let's take a look at the comments page. Oh, those were some earlier comments. Zach, Prairie Grove went with an eye, just right up, hoping Blake would break something there.
You ran an ISO on a 4th and 7.
It's 1st down and 10 for P. Ridge, and P. Ridge
has a chance here to put this thing away. I mean, a sustained drive, get points out of it. I mean, you could put Prairie Grove in a hole. They haven't been in it a long, long time.
And now here, nice job that time. That's Blake Falk, and there's also Eli Lopez over there. So they catch him for a loss that time, and this could be a big set of downs for Prairie Grove.
Yeah, I mean, Prairie Grove's got to get a stop. And, we'll go back to the number that we talked about. 11% of opponents' drives are ending in 3 and outs. That number's obviously gone down a little bit. We're probably into the single digits by now. You know, Prairie Grove's defense has got to get off the field, whether it's by turnover, whether it's by, 3 and out. They've got to start getting off the field.
And this seam route here to the left, if they go that route again, it looks like they're trying to. And here is, they get Brumley in the backfield, back at the 40-yard line. Orrin Hacker and Blake Falk, they get him back at the 41-yard line. So this is going to bring 3rd down and 16. 3rd and 16
well, we had a few of these last week. Find your man, lock onto him, play the old who's got who, and lock onto your guy.
And now Brumley back to pass. He's in a little bit of trouble. They're going to get him back there.
There you go.
And now Prairie Grove finally gets him back down all the way back at the 30-yard line. And if Prairie Grove, to end the drought of 3 and outs, Zach.
Hey, that's a good one to get.
It was a good one to get, and it was essentially a loss of 17 yards on those series. It went from the 47 back to the 30. Prairie Grove needed that stop. The first time really since who we played, but since the Gravett game that we stopped someone on 3 and out.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And a punt. And Disney lets it roll. That's going to roll all the way down to the Prairie Grove 11-yard line. Zach, that was a 60-yard punt right there.
It was long. I'll give it that.
But it was
59 yards on the punt.
From
from a P. Ridge perspective, you got to look at that and say that's a blown opportunity.
Well, at the same time, Zach, for the second time tonight, Prairie Grove starting at their own 11. And with that one, the sideline warning against P. Ridge. The thing with that, Zach, is that was a line drive. So when you pump one like that,
Well, guess who's in the game?
and Bobby Cat looks like he's coming
first
to the
time
game.
tonight. Bobby's going to come into the game.
First down and 10 for Prairie Grove. Ball at their own 11. Now they're going to give it to Bobby Cat. He's hit immediately, and he's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you what, Bobby is an extremely talented athlete, but ever since the Gravett game, he's been hurt. And I don't know if he's ever got back to 100%.
Well,
but, Zach, everyone has just been keying on him in the backfield.
We're going to go hurry up here.
It is a hurry up, and now here's Morrell. And Morrell gives it to Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat's going to get up.
Is that Reed or Bobby? Yeah, Reed.
That was Reed Orr. My bad on that one, Reed Orr. Well, one of them's 23 and the other one's 32. So now Morrell's going to go from the shotgun. He's got Reed Orr. And now Morrell rolling to his right. Throws. There is
Elliott.
Complete
Nice
to
play.
Elliott Chamberlain. And he should have the first. Yes, he's got the first down. So Prairie Grove, a much-needed first down, 5:45 to go here. Now, Zach, here's the thing. If Prairie Grove could sustain a 89-yard drive, run some clock, they get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, we need points. That's a big one right now. And, Elliott's one of those guys that can turn a play like that into a long gainer. But Prairie Grove's got to establish some momentum here.
There's Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat gets over the 26 to the 27. Bobby's starting to get a little spring back in his step.
And you just keep waiting for him to explode. What are we, Oregon? This is a little fast for me.
And now here is Ryan Morrell.
There
He
you
completes
go.
it to Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat's going to be up
Tell
to
you
the
what,
35.
Reed Orr threw a heck of a block there, sealing that end.
And that was important because gave
Yeah.
him enough time to get the pass
Yeah,
off.
he threw a heck of a block.
Nice block by Orr. Good pass completion by Ryan Morrell to Bobby Cat.
And we're going to go NASCAR. I like it.
Now you got Blake Falk here in the slot. And there is Reed Orr.
The baby bull. You get 3 out of that. 2, 3, 3.
And now Morrell from the shotgun.
And you know who's not in the game? It's Dylan.
Morrell throws complete to Falk.
Get Blake to the 41.
Gets him up to about the 41-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove trailing 14-0. It's been mostly P. Ridge here in the first half. They've had the ball 3 times, scored twice. Last time their total yardage was a -17, and Prairie Grove then was on the receiving. Here is a fumble on the play, and I believe P. Ridge has the ball. P. Ridge does have it at the Prairie Grove 39-yard line. This will be first down and 10, and the P. Ridge crowd likes the way that turned out for them. So, Zach, Prairie Grove defense, which came up big last series, is going to have to come up big again. First down, 10 for P. Ridge at Prairie Grove 38. If you're P. Ridge here, do you go ahead and go for a knockout
you
punch
go
on
for the
first
knockout
down?
punch right now.
Here it is. P. Ridge going to give the ball right up the middle.
Or, you can just bang ahead.
Britton Cadell, he's going to be about 6-7 yards on that play. Second down and a long 4 for P. Ridge. Ball at the Prairie Grove 33-yard line. Here is Ivy. Ivy's touched and then he bounces off.
Well, he's just slippery.
He's slippery. He runs hard, and there was several Tigers that had a shot at him. Finally got him down.
Get about a
Sam
half
Dodd
yard out of
and
that.
looks like Zeke Laird both helping out getting him down. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first half.
We're calling Zeke's name a lot. I don't know what the game plan is here, but I mean, we're calling a lot of younger guys. They're carrying the ball, they're making tackles. There is a bit of a youth movement going on right now.
From the I formation is P Ridge. Third down. Let's call it 4. They moved. They're going to get. Yep, that's going to help Prairie Grove. 2:59. Prairie Grove, if they can stop them here, could get the ball one more time here in the first half.
I don't know what the sequence of plays was there, but you were going 5 wide. You were hurrying up. Dylan wasn't in the game, which
he came out.
He was in on the last play, but on the 5 wide stuff, he wasn't in there. And then on a 3rd and 7, you go to the wingback reverse. I thought you had a nice little momentum going there. You were in a nice little groove.
3rd down and 9. From the I, here is Ivy. Ivy's going to be close. It depends on the spot. But if he didn't make it, he is going to be just a bit short. 4th down, but he made it very makeable. 2:30 to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove needs a stop. Do not need to go down 21-0 here as we go into halftime. 2:25 as the clock continues to run. P Ridge with the ball inside the Prairie Grove 30.
That's 4th down.
4th down and a yard. Here is Ivy. He's got the first and more. He's down to the 25. Sam Dodd. Dodd and Hoskins. 2 minutes to go, 2:05 to go here. The ball's at the Prairie Grove 25. Prairie Grove needs to keep them out of the end zone here before the half. Down to 2 minutes.
And I think P Ridge feels like they can score from the 25, so there's no hurry and there's no giddy up in their game.
There is nothing. Both teams have all 3 timeouts as well, Zach, so there's no need to get in a hurry if you're P Ridge. And now they're going to look, they're pumping, they're looking
double
long.
Move.
Oh.
Yeah, they double moved him, but Isaac he stayed with them.
There was some success like that last week from Shiloh, and I think P Ridge saw some of that, the up and go last week.
Mm-hmm.
They went there, and Isaac was on the coverage last week on the up and go that scored.
It was basically the same play, and Brumley's so big. I mean, he can stand. He's 6'3". He can stand in the pocket and see over everybody.
P Ridge 14-0. It's been mostly P Ridge here in the first half.
And now I think this is going to be one of those seam routes right down the middle. We have nobody at the.
And now jumping off sides, I believe that is going to be Hoskins. Cody Hoskins, number 44, gets into the neutral zone, and so that puts it at the 20 with 1:42 to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove needs a stop.
4 penalties in the first half,
and they've been costly penalties.
They have. They've been, and they've been mental penalties, jumping off sides, that kind of thing, and just not stuff you can have if you're gonna beat a team like P Ridge.
They have 4 wide, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Opportunity, intercepted. It's intercepted by Chamberlain. Chamberlain's got the sideline. Look at Chamberlain up to the 44, tackled by Ivy, and a very, very important turnover there for the Prairie Grove Tigers.
You know what? Somebody up front I'll have to watch it later on, but somebody up front got their hand on it. That ball was hit.
And a big turnover there for the Tigers. Boy, if they ever needed it, that was the time.
You breathing a sigh of relief.
Boy, Zach, very important here. If we can find a way to get in the end zone, we get the ball start second half, this could change the dynamics of the game. Elliott Chamberlain, big interception. Now Leighton Smith bringing it. We have all 3 timeouts. Just need to manage the time well here down the stretch.
Yeah, we do. And, I mean, you've got plenty of time to do whatever you want to do. You just got to be smart about it.
Eli Lopez in the game. Trips to the left. Now here's Morrell. He's looking. He's in trouble. Throws. Bobby Cat has it. Get out of bounds. Bobby's going to try to get something out of it. It's going to not get but a couple yards. Might want to think about a time. Well, need to get a play off pretty quick here. Ryan just really threw the ball. Boy, that was kind of a dangerous pass across field. But there was nobody over there on Bobby. So he made out okay. Trips this time to the right. Here is quick pass to Leighton Smith. Leighton Smith inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. 38 seconds to go. Prairie Grove may want to think about a timeout. 37 seconds to go. Clock starts. And Prairie Grove is going to take a timeout. With 34 seconds to go here in the first half, let's take the timeout with them. Prairie Grove trailing 14-0, but they have the ball inside the Pea Ridge 40.
For over 100 years, the Luganbuehl name has served the area of Prairie Grove with honor and integrity in a family's most dire time. 4 generations of excellence in service. All aspects of caring for your loved one are handled with tender care, as well as with the honor and dignity they deserve. The type of service, the monument, every single aspect is handled with that special Luganbuehl care, including the opportunity to work with them on pre-planning. If you have any questions, please call 846-2141. That's 846-2141. Lloyd Wayne Luganbuehl. Stacy Luganbuehl, J.C. Dobbs, or Dwayne Cunningham stand ready to continue that Luganbuehl tradition. For more information, they invite you to visit their website, luganbuehl.com.
Okay, we're back. 38 seconds. Prairie Grove has the ball at the 39. They're going from their full house backfield. Morrell rolling to his right. Rolls, throws, behind. Oh, throws a little bit behind Sam Dodd. It was tipped, almost intercepted by number 15, Austin Hicks. It's going to be second down and 10, 32 seconds to go.
Yeah, we got a break there when during the timeout. They reset the clock to 38 seconds. So, got a couple of seconds back on the clock.
And we may
here.
need that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely need all the seconds we can get right now.
Eli Lopez, Bobby Cat in the backfield. Sam Dodd on the wing back. Here is a draw play to Bobby Cat. Look at Bobby Cat. Go, Bobby Cat. Oh, and he fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball at the 25, where it's going to be stopped. Recovered by number 14, Dakota Wynn. They had a running back win up there, didn't they?
Yeah, Dayton win. Like I said, they just grow 5'9" running backs on trees up there.
I thought Bobby was down, but obviously he was not, and the fumble results there at the 25-yard line. 24 seconds to go now. If you're Pea Ridge, so you take a knee and take in your 14.
I think you take a shot. I don't think. Well, they're going to get him for a. Wow.
Yeah, that's their second. Well, that's their second sideline warning of the game. So now they're back at the 20. My guess is.
Yeah, I think with the penalty, maybe they'll just take a knee and go to halftime. But if I'm Tony Travis, I've got ultimate confidence in my defense.
And their defense has played a well of a game.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't possibly just take a shot.
When's the last time we've been shut out at halftime, Zach?
It's been a while.
I don't know that it's happened during our webcast era.
Maybe Cassville. Might have to go back and look. That game was ugly.
And it looks like they're going to just take a knee, and they're going to be content with the 14-0 halftime lead. Well, after one half of play, it's Pea Ridge 14, Prairie Grove 0, and it's been mostly Pea Ridge here in the first half. We're going to let the halftime festivities take place. Again, this is homecoming night, and we'll watch the band and the cheerleaders. We'll come back with towards the end of the halftime with halftime stats. Thank you for watching Prairie Grove football.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home, and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Carmart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Carmart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
For over 100 years, the Luganbuehl name has served the area of Prairie Grove with honor and integrity in a family's most dire time. 4 generations of excellence in service. All aspects of caring for your loved one are handled with tender care, as well as with the honor and dignity they deserve. The type of service, the monument, every single aspect is handled with that special Luganbuehl care, including the opportunity to work with them on pre-planning. If you have any questions, please call 846-2141. That's 846-2141. Lloyd Wayne Luganbuehl, Stacy Luganbuehl, J.C. Dobbs, or Dwayne Cunningham stand ready to continue that Luganbuehl tradition. For more information, they invite you to visit their website, luganbuehl.com. Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan, or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church.
Prairie Grove All Sports Booster Club represents our kids' sporting events grades K through 12. Like us on Facebook and follow us at Prairie Grove Tigers. If you'd be interested in helping out the sports teams with a monetary donation, please visit their website at pgboosterclub.com.
If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find 2 of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it a customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale. You just bought that first home, or maybe the first new car, and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Home, life, auto, RV, boat, motorcycle insurance. Think Mark Spence, your local Shelter Insurance agent. Call 846-2999. That's 846-2999. Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence proudly support Tiger athletics and activities.
Carmart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Carmart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers.
wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations, and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946. Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, "Go Tigers!"
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
swap. This is 4, correct? And we're back here just a couple of minutes before we start the second half. Got 2 minutes, 51 seconds here. Just want to go over some stats real quick. P. Ridge, 10 first downs in the first half. 107 yards on the ground, just 24 through the air for a total of 131 yards. Tigers, 61 yards on 16 carries, 59 yards through the air, 120 total. Ryan had a very good first half. He was 7 out of 8 for 59 yards. 4 penalties, 2 turnovers. Things we talked about in the pregame. You can't do, can't put the ball on the ground. Tigers did it twice. Penalties at just costly times. Prairie Grove, if you look at it, if you look at the numbers, this game's, nip and tuck, but it feels like they're so much further down. One drive here, and Prairie Grove's back in the game, but they've got to get some things straightened out at halftime, get some, get some momentum back, get a spark. Somebody's got to do something to get it going here.
Well, Zach, you hit on something. I'm looking at, if you just looked at the stats alone, you would go, hey, it's 131 yards to 120. Average plays about 5 yards apiece. You kind of sit here and look, hey, it should be, but it just feels like P. Ridge has dominated the game.
And they have. The first 2 drives were 5+ minutes, each of them. And, I guarantee you in the second half that's going to be what you're going to get out of P. Ridge. They're not going to be in a hurry to snap the football. So you've got to start getting, Prairie Grove's probably going to get 5 possessions here in the second half. You got to score, I would think, on 4 out of 5. That sound right? And you've got to make stops on three of the, I guess 4 out of the 5 drives here in the second half for P. Ridge.
We're going to have to score on 2 of them at least.
And it starts right now. Now, I was standing out back before, first of all, if you've never had a chance to watch the Prairie Grove band, they get better every single year.
That was really good.
They are phenomenal, and I'm telling you right now, Berryville, we're coming for you. Our band is better. But anyway, in between songs, I was standing here on the back the back deck here, and it was loud in the Prairie Grove locker room. There were certain, I couldn't tell what was being said, but there were certainly some things being said, and it wasn't the coaches. So, if they can get a spark, get a jump, get something going here on this first drive and get some points, you're back in the game. You still got to play an excellent first or second half of football, but it's 14-0. You're one play out of making this. You're one play out of making this a one-play game is probably what I'm trying to say here. Blake Falk led all rushers. He had 4 carries in the first half for 32 yards. He only had one carry in the second half. That was on the 4th and 7. And we haven't seen him since, but he's out here on the kick team. And, Prairie Grove's had trouble finishing. Maybe it's time that we start a new trend and finish a game from behind this time. The last 4 quarters we've been outscored 41-6. That hasn't happened around here in a long, long time, and that trend has to change, and it has to change right now.
Well, a name that we've called a lot tonight, Zeke Laird, he is one of the guys back deep. You got Falk, Chamberlain, Disney, and Zeke Laird back deep. Kicking for P. Ridge is number 54.
A name we haven't called tonight is Dylan Sainer. And that's something that has to change. Yeah. Dylan's got to start getting the ball in his hands. He is unstoppable when he has that opportunity.
And
even on the ball.
Even on pass plays, we haven't
even targeted.
Yeah.
So, I get the feeling that we may be in a transitional stage here, offensively with Prairie Grove, trying different things. You just kind of get the feeling that somebody just needs to make a play. If a play
Well,
is made, a big play, I think that Uncle Mo could be moving to our side.
Well, we need a good play, and Zeke Laird unable to control it. And so there is Reed Orr. It's Blake Falk. And Falk breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet.
Going.
And he's knocked back down at the 20.
He turned a 10-yard return into a 4-yard return. But you know what? It's good effort. We'll take the effort.
Prairie Grove's going to start there on 20. Prairie Grove's offensive series have not started very well. Started at the 11 twice and the 20 now. And we did have a 35 after one of the kickoffs out of bounds, but we haven't had great field position tonight to start the game, to start our drive.
Yeah, it's been kind of an ugly game, really on both sides since the first 2 drives for Pea Ridge. I mean, these teams have been, just standing in the ring, punching, in the middle of the ring, just exchanging punches. But I'm not sure what the delay is here. The ref is in the Prairie Grove huddle. Maybe I guess he's alerting them to the 25-second clock and how they'll let Ryan know when it's under 10.
There is Eli Lopez. Eli Lopez over the 30 to the 32-yard line. And Prairie Grove gets a first down.
That's Eli's first carry of the night, team's leading rusher. He is, by the way, 171 yards away from getting to 1,000 for his career. A 12-yard play on first down, first play of the second half. That's nice.
It's a good way to start.
That's definitely a good way to start. Prairie Grove, I mean, now with that run has actually outgained Pea Ridge. It's just been 2 turnovers and 4 penalties, which have really just sort of thwarted everything.
Now here is Brian Morrell on a keeper. Morrell gets upfield, he's gonna get close to 6 yards. Up to the 38-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Didn't look like much at first, but he's able to get 6 yards. Now moving.
Now we're going to go, 3 wide? This has got to be the fullback trap. Nope.
Morrell back, straight drop back pass.
There you go.
There it is. There's Dylan Sainer. We've been talking
Finally.
about, and he's up to the 50. And it takes almost the entire Pea Ridge defense to bring him down.
That's he'd been 6 quarters without a catch.
Prairie Grove first down at the 50-yard line.
In a situation like that, maybe you make a play like 12 yards like that. That's where you want to go tempo, and you make that tempo go.
Pickup of that might be almost 3 yards. Eli Lopez.
Give him about 2.5 there.
Yeah, that's 2 yards, Zach. It's right on the 48.
And I don't mind that fullback belly. That you got to keep hitting that. If that's the offense that they're going to run, they've got to keep hitting that because everything comes off of that fullback belly here. But you got to sustain your drive. You've had fumbles in your own territory. You've been stopped on 4th downs. You got to start sustaining some drives.
Morrell 8 for 9 on the day, and now here comes Morrell. He's going to keep. Morrell gets close to the 42. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. So
good hard run
down to the 42. Now Prairie Grove definitely going to, unless there's a penalty here, they're going to probably go for it here if they don't make it. Third down, 2 to go. Prairie Grove, first opening drive of the second half, 9.5 minutes to go. Eli Lopez, and Blake Falk in the backfield. They're going to give it to Eli Lopez. Second effort, he's going to be just short, and they're going to mark him down.
Well, that's really close.
He's going to be just short.
Look
at that. Look at what they did.
Yeah.
This guy marks it like inches from the 40, and this guy moves it back.
But on that play, with as many exchange problems as you're having, why are you running a read option on a 3rd and 2? Just turn around, hand the ball to Eli on the belly.
Here it is, 4th down and 1. Now Morrell right up the middle. He's got the
That's
first.
what they wanted in the first half.
That's exactly what they wanted in the first half, and this time they get it.
We used to run that play, and it was really simple. You come up, you wait for everybody to get lined up, and when the quarterback goes under, you just lift your hands, hit the center and the tail pad. When he feels it, you snap the ball, and everybody, just the center and the quarterback go.
Yeah, and what you could do there is, and Morrell did it, he just picked the hole.
Yeah, I mean, you just lean forward on a play like that. You need 6 inches. You just lean forward and get the play. You don't have to wait for everybody else to move.
Here comes Blake Falk. There's Falk. Blake Falk around the corner. He's at the 20, 15, 10. No, I'm sorry. I gave him 10 extra yards too quick, didn't I, Zach?
Well, hang on. We got, where'd they mark him? The
17-yard line.
Yep.
Yeah, I got him inside the 10 a lot quicker than he did.
It's an 18-yard pickup. Blake's up to 54 yards on the game.
Ball's going to be at the 17.
And he's coming out.
In comes Bobby Cat.
He looks a lot more comfortable on the sweep now. Instead of trying to bounce that thing to the outside, he's waiting for his blocks to set up, and he's cutting that thing up, and that's what leads to an 18-yard play because all his blockers are inside.
And now Prairie Grove going up to the line quick, not sure where they are on the play clock. And now Morrell rolling to his right. He's got some time. He throws complete to Disney. Disney, whoa.
I think it's not going to be a horse collar because he got him around the helmet, but
Disney down to the 5.
You remember Isaac had a really acrobatic catch last week on a comeback where he kind of swam or gave the swim move to the defensive back.
Well, Prairie Grove, this drive started at their own 20. They're down to the Pea Ridge 5. This is a little more like what we're used to seeing from Prairie Grove offensively. First down, 10, or first and goal from the 6. Here is Eli Lopez. Give him
Eli's in.
6. Eli Lopez. Give him 6. Give him 6. And now Prairie Grove's lining up to go for 2. They're not even hesitating. They're going for 2. Coach Absher for years, Coach Absher never even kicked extra points that much until he got a Landon Allen. And looks like he's going back to what he's always done. Going for 2, down 14-6. Here is Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat, second effort.
Wow.
Give it to him. Give him 2. All right, there we go.
He got it on the
14-8.
second effort. I mean, we'll take it. But nothing's coming easy tonight.
Well, all of a sudden, another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco, and Prairie Grove has scored, and it's 14-8. Let's take a break. The Tigers are back in it.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, go Tigers!
With 7:47 to go here in the third quarter, Prairie Grove takes the opening drive, 80 yards of the second half, and they're down 14-8. That's Matthew Galden getting ready to kick off. And Lefty with a good kick is going to drop right around the 20. That's right in his spot. And Ivy is going to be down. Sam Dodd gets him right at the 30. Now if the defense plays here, Zach, all of a sudden we're in a new game.
Outside of the first 2 drives, they've played reasonably well.
Now they've outgained Pea Ridge 200-131.
Yeah, they got the huge interception here right before the half, which thwarted a Pea Ridge drive. And boy, I mean, if you can get a 3 and out here and get the ball back, you've got momentum.
Can the Tigers now step it up just a bit? The defense here, my guess is after the interception, you're going to get a lot of Ivy here.
I would bet
Shane
that's
Ivy.
probably where they're going.
Now a keeper by Brumley. He gets the corner.
Hey, good play, Elliott. Good play.
Elliott Chamberlain comes up.
That's the play they burned him on in the first half. And Elliott read that one properly. Sam was crashing down. If Sam just turns his shoulders, I think they have the fullback contained and they have Brumley contained.
He picked up 4 yards there, so it's going to be 2nd down and 6.
They always tell you on that play, if the defender, the end man on the line of scrimmage turns and you can see his number, you give the ball. If he's got his shoulders, parallel to the line of scrimmage, then you run.
And now Brumley rolling to his right, gets it away,
Yeah,
incomplete.
Short, and we've got, I think we're going to get a personal foul, roughing the passer.
If it is, it's a little bit weak.
Yeah, it was the side judge. No, they're gonna call holding. I thought maybe they got I thought they got him just with a late hit, but it may be holding. Yeah, it is holding. Good.
And
good,
is that
good.
from the spot?
It was on the left tackle. So they're going to mark it off from what, the 33?
So it'll go back to the 23. The penalty hurts P. Ridge.
Has anybody seen Uncle Mo? I'm not saying he's moving back to this side of the field.
They got an 11-yard penalty.
Well, they had a 4-yard penalty in the first half, so we're even again.
Well, no, he started at the 33. And
Man, don't get me started. Why can't you just look down at where you are and go back 10 yards? I mean, I don't get it.
That's too easy.
Yeah,
Okay.
apparently.
2nd down and long now for P. Ridge. They're in the I formation. They're going to give it. Nope. Pulls up, throws, complete.
Nice play, Eli Lopez.
Eli Lopez is out there, as is Dakota Hutchinson. He gets back close to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, here we go.
It'll be 3rd down. Now this is big play.
These were killers last week.
Actually, he doesn't. I thought he got back closer to the line of scrimmage. He didn't. He's going to be at the 27. 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, P. Ridge 2 out of 4 on 3rd downs tonight.
This is a big down, Zach.
Yeah, it really is. If Prairie Grove can get off the field, you're in business here. But what you got to watch for here are the seam routes that they've been absolutely killing the Tigers on.
And on that, right now, though, a seam route, if you keep it in front of you, is not the worst thing, because he's a little quick out, throws back to the other side, complete.
Nice play.
But Elliott Chamberlain.
Boy, he is really showing up big.
And now, all of a sudden, you talked about Uncle Mo, and he showed up at our house.
Uncle Mo is sitting on the 50 on our side right now. Now, punt safe. Make sure he kicks it. You're getting the possession back. Make sure he kicks it. We're going to go dual safeties. Haven't seen that since.
Here's a punt.
Boy, he is really hitting that well.
And now here is a reverse. Can he get outside? Elliott Chamberlain. Look at Elliott. Oh, going to get a penalty.
Block in the back. It's like red snapper. It's on every menu in the country.
A lot of times, Zach, on a punt or a kick return like that, if it takes time to develop like that did, you're going to oftentimes get those penalties. Players not sure where they are. If it's set up and the wall set up quickly, you can usually go ahead. But that took a little bit of time.
Trivia question: who invented the wall on the punt return?
I have no idea.
Really? Frank Broyles. There you go. They used it. That was the whole Ken Hatfield thing. They built that special teams thing for him. So there you go.
Okay, it is 1st down and 10 for Prairie Grove. Ball at their own 24. There is Eli, a fumble, and recovered by the Reed that time, Zach. And Morrell's taking the responsibility. He looked over and said, my fault. Small there on the tackle, and it's going to be no gain on the play. Well, we got a break there. They moved it up for us. We're back a couple yards.
They gave us an 11-yard penalty, so we'll call it even, I guess. That's 4 fumbles on the night.
We've lost 2.
Lost 2 of them.
Prairie Grove, 2nd down and 10. Now here is Morrell. He goes straight back. There's Sainer. Sainer's got it. And he's going to have a flag. It's going to be holding back here, and Prairie Grove's going to have another penalty. That's there all night.
No, it's any time. I don't care who they play. That play, I mean, you can run Dylan down on an 8-yard stop route every single time and throw it 7 feet in the air. He'll catch it.
The holding.
Anytime they want it.
That penalty is going to back Prairie Grove up inside the 20.
It should be back at the 14, but you never know. Are they going to mark it from the spot?
Well, that's what they did down here a while ago, but the spot was the 33 and it went to the 22.
Yeah,
they're going to mark it at the 15. From the so the hold must take place at 25.
It's a 9-yard penalty.
Well, no, if they did it from the spot of the foul at the 25, that
but
could
on
have
an
happened.
offensive lineman in the backfield, it's line of scrimmage penalty.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Okay, it's second down and long for Prairie Grove. Eli Lopez, there is a quick seam route to Elliott Chamberlain. Chamberlain still on his feet, going to get close to the 30. So now it's going to be third down and doable. Maybe about third and 4 to go. 3rd and 4, Zach. We got a shot at this now. 4:05 to go here in the third quarter.
Tell you what, Ryan's tearing it up right now. 10 out of 11, 97 yards.
They haven't been long plays,
No,
but
they
they've
haven't.
been very effective. 3rd down and 4. Blake Falk, Eli Lopez, full house backfield for Prairie Grove. In motion is Dodd. They're going to give it back to Blake Falk on a counter, and it's going to go nowhere. Prairie Grove's going to have to punt. Well, that's going to bring fourth down, so Prairie Grove will have to punt. And, Zach, you talked earlier at halftime that we'd have to score a few times. We've had 2 possessions, 1 of 2 we've been able to score so far. And now punting, Bobby Cat. He wasn't deep. Bobby was not deep on that punt. And the ball's going to bounce, let it go. Takes a nice little Prairie Grove bounce inside the 40. And it was about a 30-yard punt, 31-yard punt.
Well,
But P. Ridge gets good field position here.
You had a shot there to get to get back into this thing, maybe take the lead, and you hurt yourself with penalties, and they haven't run that play on with
counter.
Yeah, they haven't run that yet. So it's a gamble they took. It didn't pay off, and now you got to go play defense again.
Well, I'm a little surprised that we didn't see a little more of Shane Ivey last time. We will this time,
I'm
and
sure.
there he is. Nice defense by Prairie Grove. Huckabee's in there, as is Zeke Laird again.
I'll tell you what,
and Hutchinson. Zeke Laird's he's made some
Zeke's
tackles
been
back.
all over the place, and I watched a lot of film on P. Ridge, and I am surprised that they have not been able to run the ball better than they have, because they've run on everybody. But they also can't protect Brumley. He's been sacked 3 times tonight.
Well, Brumley is the leading rusher right now, and he's been no, I'm sorry, that I looked at the wrong one.
Ivy's the leading
at
rusher,
56.
but he's had twice as many carries.
Yeah, Brumley's at 41, and he lost 20 on a couple sacks.
Exactly.
Rick. There is Ivy again. He bounces to the outside. Still doesn't get too much. It's going to be
Now you got 3rd and long.
3rd and long, and now Prairie Grove with another chance to have a second 3 and out. Defense needs to step up right here. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I'm thinking if I'm P. Ridge here, boy, I mean, you just have not been able to continuously protect Brumley. The dive option's been there. They've gotten Prairie Grove on that a couple of times. And I think the way Prairie Grove's selling out, that's got to be something you think about here. But they're going to go to the shotgun.
Brumley from the shotgun. He's got a back on each side. Now he goes straight back. A quick pass, complete.
No, sir.
No, it's incomplete.
Nope. He had him. He was open. He couldn't complete the pass.
And Eli Lopez, probably the hit from Eli may have caused that.
Yeah, the pass was a little bit low and behind him. You put that thing up 6 inches out in front of him. I think it's a catch and probably a first down. But
so what a difference a half makes, Zach. I mean, this
told
time
you there was a discussion going on at halftime, and I've been on the receiving end of a couple of those, mostly from my wife, where you listen, and there were people talking at halftime, and they weren't the coaches.
Sometimes you got to have the player step up and lead. Now it's a little bit of a high snap. He's going to get it off and a
Boy,
nice.
He is just.
Boy, that is a good-looking punt.
Don't do it.
I'm just not quite sure what to say there, Zach. Wow. Elliott, I think. Wow, what a turn of events on one single play. On one single play, Zach, it went from a chance for Prairie Grove to close the gap, and that's not even going to really count as a possession for P. Ridge. They recover a punt. First of all, I'm going to give some credit to the punter because that was a heck of a kick to kick it that deep.
Was a great kick.
And really, that's one. Special teams has hurt Prairie Grove this year, and punt special teams especially. We had some problems a few weeks ago at Gravette, I believe it was, Zach. We had some problems.
Yeah, you're absolutely right,
Rick. And the extra point is good, and P. Ridge leads it 21-8. Well, let's take a break. We'll be back as Prairie Grove now down by 13.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance.
Zach, that was a hard one to even announce. I mean, it's just it was a tough play, a mishap on the punt team, and now.
I mean, you took the air out of the building.
And you had stopped P. Ridge twice.
Yep, you were getting the ball back.
And now it's going to be fielded by Laird. Laird. There's Blake Falk. Can we get it back in one play?
Nope. But a good return.
No, that was Elliott Chamberlain, so he gets a little bit of it back.
He makes up for it.
He wanted to do it, Zach. You could tell he wanted to make up for it right there. Prairie Grove's going to have it at the 40. We're going to need to score here, Zach, and we're going to need to. Wow. They're going to say he stepped out at the 46. This is the best field position starting for us in the ball game. Starting at the 46. Can Prairie Grove get it in there fairly quickly and rise up on defense again? Here is Eli Lopez. Oh, he's hit. Wow, was he ever hit, Zach?
Well, he ran into the back of, I think it was Matthew Golden. Matthew got blown up a little bit. And, it's only going to be a 1-yard loss. I mean, it's not the end of the war. I guess it'd be a 1-yard loss. But boy, I mean, you were getting the ball back, and you had a chance to I guess, to take the lead, and man, that is just a killer.
And there is Blake Falk. Falk stays on his feet. He's going to get down to the 39-yard line. Prairie Grove's defense is going to have to stop again, but of course we got to convert here. But offense is seeming to kind of get a rhythm here in the second half.
Yeah, they're doing well. They've certainly at least seized control of their portion of the deal. The defense isn't playing bad. If you don't turn the ball over, it's 14-8, but 3 turnovers tonight.
And this is going to be, I don't think we'll get another play off. That's going to do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, Prairie Grove trails 21-18. Back for the fourth and final quarter.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and 7-to-7 banking. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free blue checking from Arvest Bank.
Carmart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Carmart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers. Carmart of Northwest Arkansas. Come on down and see why Carmart continues to earn the repeat business with so many customers.
Okay, 3rd down and 2 for Prairie Grove. Ball at the Pea Ridge 38. 4th quarter underway, 21-8. Prairie Grove trails. Ryan Morrell from the shotgun. Morrell straight back, quick pass. Dylan Sainer catches it. Sainer going to be inside the 30, down to about the 20s. Wow, they're going to spot him around the 28-yard line. So the Tigers on the march again. Well, they had a 120. They had 130 at half. Yeah, because they were only about 20 yards behind Pea Ridge. Now here is Bobby Cat, and I'm telling you, I don't know if it's when Bobby's in the position, if they're just if people are seeing some of the film, but he's not had an opening in 3 weeks. But I mean, he just hasn't. I mean, there has not been a hole there. I mean, just nothing that. Oh well, he's not necessarily doing things. There's just nothing there. And like I said, I don't know if they're seeing something in film. It's like, okay, when he's there and they're in this position, he's getting it or whatever. But it is blowing up quickly. Morrell under center. Morrell drops straight back. He's got a little screen pass to big Dylan Sainer. He runs over one. He stays on his feet. Sainer still on his feet. He's going to get down about the 20. Third down and let's call it 3rd and 5. In motion goes Dodd. Morrell. He keeps. He's going to be short by about a yard. Big 3rd down coming up. Third down and 1. I mean, yeah, 4th and 1. 4th and 1, ball just inside the 20. Big 4th down here, 9:30 to go in the game. Here is Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat's inside the 10. That's the hardest I think I've seen him run in the 3 weeks. Yes, absolutely. First down, the ball's just outside the 5 or right at the 5. It's hard to tell from our angle. Morrell from the shotgun. 9:08 to go. Big Dylan Sainer, give him 6, and Prairie Grove now down 21-14. Give him 6, and they're lined up to go for 2. Wow. Oh, what a catch! Oh, you got to be kidding me! Oh, you got to be kidding me! He tiptoed that.
Terrible call.
Well, Zach, at this point, as well as P. Ridge played in the first half, I feel like Prairie Grove has played very well in the second half, with the exception of the one
The fumble.
The fumble.
You know, I think Pete Ridge is experienced enough that they're not going to panic. The Tigers are going to take this from them. But, you know, with 9:01 to go, it's 21-14. And by the way, he was in. There's no doubt. Unless I didn't see whether his feet were in.
His feet were in.
The ref didn't. He didn't signal that he didn't have control of it. He signaled him out of bounds. Dylan was in. Just like I think he was in last week. But, you know.
21-14. And now Galden preparing to kick. Now can Prairie Grove's defense step up one more time tonight? It's played very well here in the second half. 2 3-and-outs. Ball right at Galden's right at the 20. That's where you get, and Ivy has it. No, that's not Ivy this time. That's number 2, Zane Hawley. He gets it out to about the 40. So P. Ridge starts first down and 10 at the 40. Brumley under center in the I formation. Here is Ivy. Ivy, good run this time. Going to be up. Well, let's see. He's going to get about 5 yards. Or on the tackle.
Ivy now 15 carries, 64 yards. The Tigers have actually outrushed P. Ridge. P. Ridge just 121 yards on the ground on 27 carries. The Tigers 31 carries for 141 yards. But you know, this is a big drive because I don't think P. Ridge is going to be in any hurry here.
No, but we need to stop him here.
This is where you want to see another 3-and-out and get the ball back. Wow, he stuffed that.
There's a fumble.
No, he's still fighting.
Oh,
yeah,
I saw Reed Orr go in there. I thought there was a fumble. It'll be 3rd down and 5 to go for 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove defense, can they hold here, Zach, and get the ball back for their offense one more time?
You know, with all the troubles they had on 3rd down last week, P. Ridge just 2 out of 6 tonight.
Can they stop here?
Brumley's got it, and he's got the 1st down.
And more. Brumley.
I mean, there's only so many times you can get sucked in on that until you realize that.
We actually at that time he was able. We got him there. He was going to get the 1st, but we hit him right around the 1st down mark. He made a good play, just strong run there.
The outside linebacker on the far side is crashing so hard to stop the fullback that he's forgetting about the quarterback. The quarterback's a 3rd part of that sequence.
Well, that's a big change of events there. That gets him down to the 20 with 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Big 3rd down conversion for P. Ridge that time. Now they got the ball at the Prairie Grove 20, 1st down and 10. And now Ivy on the carry, or knocks him down. Going to gain about 3, being 2nd down and 7. Prairie Grove needs a stop, needs to keep points off the board. They're in field goal range, though, with their field goal kicker, I believe.
They are, and that's a concern here. Although I don't believe if they can get that thing to 3rd. I think they're in. I don't think they're kicking the field goal here. Is probably what I should say. This is. I don't think they want to risk a block, a miss, anything like that. I think they're going to try and pound this in with their offense.
Here's a pitch, and still he's not. He's going to have 3rd down and about. Oh, there's a fumble. Oh. Prairie Grove thought they had it there for a minute. 3rd down.
It's 3rd and about 4.
important. We're almost halfway through the fourth quarter here. Prairie Grove's defense has played well here in the second half. Can they step up one more time? Brumley Cottle, and there he is. He's back to pass, throws. This is a chance for an interception here. No, it's going to be over.
Surprised they threw it.
Well, maybe they're thinking field goal here.
Or they're thinking 2 downs here. It was a fade route. Bobby had that one pretty well played.
Well, it was way overthrown by Brumley.
They're going.
4th and 4. Can the Grove stop them here?
Brumley not having a Brumley-like night. 5 out of 9 for 35 yards.
He's done well on the ground.
He really has. 76 yards on the ground.
8 carries, and he's lost a couple on sacks. He's 20 or so on sacks. So here we go, 4th and 4. Brumley back to pass, throws, not
broken up.
Broken up. Nice job that time. He had it. And the defense played well. So now Prairie Grove will start with 5:49, the ball at their own 15, with an opportunity for the first time tonight to tie the game or take the lead.
Boy, that 2-point conversion right now, the miss, that looms large.
It would have been huge, because then a touchdown, you're automatically up. And so they're going to start, I guess they're going to mark that at the 14. So 1st down and 10 for Prairie Grove. $5:49 to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove 86 yards away from pay dirt. There's Lopez, and boy, they've seen that play before, Zach.
Yeah, that's the trap, and Eli's usually real shifty on that and get 3-4 yards out of it. Boy, he's going to lose.
He lost a yard.
Yeah, he lost a yard on that one.
5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove's going to probably need to do it here, because P. Ridge gets the ball back. They'll run some clock off.
I don't think you can rely on P. Ridge to give you the ball back anymore.
Arell back to pass. Sainer across the middle, catches it.
I think he could have called pass interference. He was there just a little bit early, but great catch by Dillon.
Gets it to the 20. Question is here. Wow. Third down, 4 to go. 4:54 to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove ball at their own 20. Without the 25-second play clock. That could play into this as well. Trips to the left. Morrell in the shotgun. Back to the pass. And he throws it behind Sainer. It's 4th down, and now Prairie Grove's probably going to have to punt here. Question is, I think Coach Apser's going for it. Coach Apser looks like he's going for it.
I think he is. Where do you go, Coach?
I don't think it was bad where you went that time. I think the route may have been a little difficult. You're going to probably have to call a timeout here.
I think you're right. I think they're going to. Yep, they're going to call timeout and think about it.
Let's take a timeout with them. With 4:29 to go in the ball game, 4th and 4 at their own 20. We'll be back after this.
If you're looking for America's most dependable, long-running, full-size truck, then you're looking for the Chevy Silverado. And you'll find a fantastic selection at Everett Chevrolet right off of I-49. But right now, they're excited about the totally redesigned Tahoe and Suburban. If you're looking to move your small team around, you can do it in style with Everett Chevrolet. And you'll also find 2 of America's favorite sports cars there, the Chevy Camaro and the Corvette Stingray. New or used, you'll find it a customer-friendly, family-owned Everett Chevrolet, I-49 and Elm Springs Road in Springdale. You just bought that first home or maybe the first new car and you want it properly covered. Think Shelter Insurance and Mark Spence. Or maybe you just welcomed into the world that little gift of a child. You want to make sure that their future's secure. Think Mark Spence and Shelter Insurance. Let's face it, you want someone local, someone that you know, someone that can be by your side when you need them to be there. Think Mark Spence and Shelter.
Okay, we're back. 4th down and 5. 4th and 4. Prairie Grove at their own 20 on 4th down. Morrell back to pass. Sainer. No flag called. P. Ridge stops him. That was definitely a hit early that time. Prairie Grove doesn't get the break they need, and they are turning the ball over at their own 20. The thing about this, Zach, you're either going to stop them or they're going to score. There's not going to be a lot of time run off here.
That was a one-man route. Ryan never looked anywhere else. You had three receivers bunched to one side. If you're going to run that with Dillon, isolate him. Leave him alone and give him some room to work. There were 3 P. Ridge defenders within 5 yards of him.
1st down and 10, P. Ridge at the Prairie Grove 20. Here is Ivy. Can the defense again step up? The defense has played outstanding in the second half. Defense has actually held them scoreless.
The defense has played very, very well. And, clearly, without a 25-second clock, we don't know how much time they're running down. P. Ridge can pretty much stay in the huddle as long as they want.
Huckabee comes in. Hoskin comes out. 2nd down, 8 to go. Oh, he's looking at the back judge. And there is Ivy. Ivy gets a good run, a good charge that time to the 15. They're going to try to run as much clock as they can. Uh-oh.
We've got an injury.
What is he doing with the ball? Why did he walk back this way with the ball? Down on the play is Boyd Sparkman.
No, it's Dakota.
Oh, Dakota. I thought it was 58, 52. Dakota Hutchinson. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for P. Ridge. Let's go to break while he's down. We'll be back after this.
Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa or doing mission work in Guatemala or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church.
Okay, 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd, long 4. Clock running down to 3:25, 3:22 now. He's watching the back judge there, Zach.
Yeah, he's keeping the time, and he'll raise his hand when there's 10 seconds left and then count it off.
And
he's going to get to the 13.
Depends on where they spot
it. 13,
here.
And Prairie Grove's going to call a timeout.
Prairie Grove calls a timeout with 3 minutes to go. This is a big 4th down here. Now, if you're P. Ridge, do you think about a field goal here?
It would just depend on how much confidence you have. A field goal here,
that would do it.
That would pretty much do it. If you're confident in your offense, I'd say go ahead and go and take the shot. But do you play action pass maybe? Prairie Grove's selling out to stop the run. The play that's worked for them pretty much all night long has been the read option. They've pretty much gotten anything they want on that read option they can have, and I think the playbook's wide open here for Tony Travis.
I think if I'm P. Ridge, the play that has worked is what you're talking about. I think the option to the left side, which will be the wide side of the field here, has been there all night
long.
Do you go there one more time? It's fourth down and 3. The ball's at the Prairie Grove 13-yard line.
And maybe if they're thinking pass here, if you're Brumley, if it's not there, throw it away.
The other side of it is, if you don't make it, Prairie Grove's still got to go
87 yards. Yeah.
They've got a big fullback in there right now. Tried to draw him off. Cody Foltz, the fullback. They're going to give it.
He did not get there. Well, boy, that second effort.
Yeah, he got
it. He sure did.
The second effort got it. He didn't make it the first.
The initial contact was made at about the 12-yard line, but that's
he gets the
down.
first.
Yep. And Prairie Grove's only got one timeout left.
Well, the difference, Zach, even though we didn't make the fourth down a while ago, the only good thing about that is I don't think they can run all the clock all the way down because of the short distance of the field, where if you were doing it the other way, you could make a first down. It's going to be close. Prairie Grove with one timeout left.
Yeah, you need a turnover here.
It'll take a miracle, and we had one last year. Can lightning strike twice for the Prairie Grove Tigers? No, because that is walks right in, does Shane Ivy, and that's probably going to do it. 27-14, and Prairie Grove will drop a home loss potentially here for the first time. I think the Ozark team we played them here in 2011, Zach?
That is correct.
Be the last conference loss at home.
I'll have to go back in the history books here and look up back-to-back losses. It's been a while.
Probably 2010. We had a couple back-to-back losses, and the extra point is good, 28-14. Well, think how Pea Ridge has scored here in the second half. They had 20 yards to go with after a fourth down, and then they got the fumble punt into the end zone. Those are two touchdowns.
Self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the yardage, Prairie Grove 266 to 218.
They recovered a fumble and
got the ball at 20. Had a
20-yard drive. I mean, Prairie Grove's just shot themselves in the foot all night long, and it's probably caught up with them tonight. And if you look bigger picture here, they're going to fall to 2-2 in the conference. And if things hold, keep form here, you're looking at a 3 or a 4 seed.
Well, if they were to win out with Gentry, Berryville, and Lincoln on the schedule, they would finish the 3rd seed and probably face a 2 seed from another conference. We'll probably be making a road trip.
Oh, good.
So Prairie Grove will start at their own 35. They're going to have to score quick and get an onside kick. That's the only thing they got hope for at this point. Again, we want to thank our East Lab students tonight, Miles Lowe, Christian Dowdy, Ethan Sam, Stephen Vickery, for their help tonight on the broadcast. I actually, I think we got a couple of calls go against us, and I did think Dillon was hit before the pass there on 4, but you can't put it into that kind of situation.
I mean, you can't give the referees a chance to take a game away from you. They just have not. I mean, it's been a constant fight uphill.
5 wide now for Prairie Grove. Quick pass, and Elliott Chamberlain hit. Nothing going there. I think we're gonna have to throw downfield here.
Yeah, the rocket screens are great if they're blitzing. Pea Ridge is playing soft.
Good catch there by Sainer. He's going to be short of the first down, though. Oh, my gosh. There's Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat, horse collar.
Yeah, it's going to be face mask, horse collar, one of the
Bobby Cat gets out of bounds at the 37. Bobby's longest run in a few games right there.
It's been a while. Are they going to call him for holding? Okay, no.
So Prairie Grove will have it at the 32, 127 to go. Prairie Grove's hopes now at the 32-yard line. Going to have to score very quick.
This can't be multiple plays.
No, you're going to have to
I mean,
really get there quick. And the clock's running. Morrell rolling to his right. There's Bobby Catt. He's got Bobby. He's got Bobby. Can he get it? Oh, laid it up just a little too long, but nice play there. Number 15 came across there. That was Austin Hicks. Nice defensive play by Hicks.
Good plays playing center field. He read Ryan. You know, he didn't. Ryan kind of led him into Bobby. If you put that thing just maybe on a little bit lower line, Bobby's got a shot at it.
Nice route that time
it
by
was a
Bobby
good route.
Catt.
That's the out and up, and you know they've scored on that a couple of times.
Back to pass. Morrell. He's got Sainer. Sainer gets out of bounds at the 17 or at the 12.
Just throw it high and let him go get it.
Well, we can get in the end zone here. If we can get in the end zone, it'll depend. Onside kicks our only hope. .114 to go in the ball game. Prairie Grove at the Pea Ridge 11-yard line. 28-14, they trail. Morrell from the shotgun. Eli Lopez, the other back. Back pass, rolling to his right. He's got, oh gosh, he's got 2 or 3 guys open. Almost intercepted.
He forced that one.
Dakota win. Boy, Dakota almost ended the game right there.
Yeah, Ryan forced that one. He had a receiver open at the start of the play.
Yeah,
he had
Dakota Falk.
Right.
Dakota Falk. Listen at me. I was looking at Dakota win.
I mean, if you're going to throw one up for grabs, you only throw it high to one guy.
And now Morrell rolling to his right.
There it is, Bobby at the 1.
The clock's going to keep running on this one, and now Prairie Grove's going to have to hustle up because it's at 58 seconds. Bobby Catt, oh, he's hit. Whoa, it's 4th down. We're at the 1-yard line, and so Tiger's going to try to close it. It's 28-14. Ball's at the 1-yard line. 38 seconds to go in the game. So here's the situation, Zach. If we're fortunate enough to get it in the end zone, it all comes down to an onside kick, and then you still probably have
You're operating with no timeouts.
No timeouts. You'll be begging for some getting out of the clock.
In that situation, with the clock moving, go 5 wide, and if Ryan doesn't see it right away, throw it out of bounds. Save that timeout if you can.
Question is, they may have a first down. They have a first down.
Well, that takes away some of the.
That takes a little bit of pressure away, but then you don't have any time.
Yeah, I mean, you're out of timeouts here.
Well, now you can afford to throw the ball because you can't afford a sack.
No. A sack right now effectively ends this. And it's got to be quick, and it's got to be, my opinion, it's got to go towards Dylan. Dylan tonight, 7 catches for 71 yards. I mean, he is your most effective and best player in this sort of situation.
Well, they've got him out here one-on-one.
Yep. See, a slant here would work. Yep, there it is. Oof. Yeah. The slant, I mean, he had him on the break. Who was that? I can't get the number, 14.
He came across.
Yeah, he came across and made a nice play.
Yep. "36 seconds to go."
The play only took 2 seconds, so that helps.
He's saying 30.
Well, trips to the short side. Dylan one-on-one here on the outside.
And now,
Yep.
Morrell, give him 6. 26 seconds to go. So Morrell gets it. It's 28-14, and Prairie Grove's going to go for
28-20. And
28-20, yeah, and they're going to go for 2.
They played better in the second half. They
Well,
played with a little sense of urgency.
Well, overall, if you think about it, Zach, they really did have a very good second half. Full house backfield. Rollout, throws. 28-20. The best we can do now is go to an overtime if we're fortunate enough to get an onside kick. Comes down to the onside kick.
Hadn't had one of these in quite some time.
Well, that's what it comes down to. Blake Falk's going to do it. Looks like he's lining up to kick off. 26 seconds to go. 28-20. Another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco. PG Telco sponsors $30, Zach, for every time the Tigers make it an end zone, and they also sponsor $30 every time Farmington or Lincoln go into the end zone. So they definitely contribute here to the athletics of the local teams that they support. 26 seconds. Prairie Grove trailing 28-20. Prairie Grove.
Well, this is the first part of the puzzle. You've got to recover the onside kick.
Well, there's there's 3 pieces of the puzzle. First, the onside kick.
Yep.
Second, getting the end zone, and then you got to get a 2-point conversion. So
I just said it was the first piece of the puzzle. One at a time, baby steps, like Bob Wiley. We're baby stepping.
We have to have a Everett Chevrolet player of the game. To me, it has to be probably Ryan Morrell at this point. Let's see what happens here, though.
No, he touched it
Touched
early.
it too early. He touched it a tad early, and that's going to do it. He almost had to, though. I mean, the way it was, not that he had to, but that's going to do it. P. Ridge is going to hand Prairie Grove their second straight defeat. First time Prairie Grove's lost back-to-back games since 2010. And he just did. Look at that, Zach.
It was about
close.
a yard and a half, and it would have been, he was on it. He just touched it just a wee bit early.
So we're going to name Ryan Morrell. He went 18 for 24.
164 yards,
164 yards, touchdown, and now Brumley's going to take a knee, and that's going to do it. The final score of this game, P. Ridge 28, Prairie Grove 20. Congratulations to the Blackhawks. They're going to now go to 7-0. I'm sure that they're going to be pleased with that. And they're have a showdown with Shiloh Christian. That is the last game of the regular season for both of those schools. So that's going to do it. Zach, some final thoughts. How about the stats, and then we'll close.
Yep, Prairie Grove actually got it going there in the second half. They ran for 162 yards tonight, 326 yards total, as we mentioned. Ryan, 18 out of 24, 164 yards through the air, did have the touchdown pass. Tigers shot themselves in the foot all night long, 3 fumbles and 6 penalties. All of them seemed to come at very critical junctures. Just all around a tough night for the Tigers. I think they're going to look back at this game film and say, you know what, we had a chance. We had a chance to really make some inroads here, and it's time to regroup. You've lost back-to-back games to what appear to be the top 2 teams in the conference, and you've got the soft part of your schedule coming up, so you can work on some things. But the Tigers do have a lot to work on.
Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Our Everett Chevrolet player game, Ryan Morrell. Prairie Grove falls to 3-3 on the season, 2-2 in the conference, and they'll close out. Gentry will be at Gentry next week. We'll come back home for the final senior night home game against Berryville, and then travel just a few miles down the road to Lincoln for the final. Well, that's going to do it for our East Lab students. Miles Lowe, Christian Dowdy, Ethan Sam, Stephen Vickery, Zach Arns. I'm Lynn Gregson. We'll be back next week. We'll come to you from Gentry. Thank you and have a great night.